Social thermodynamic, trust, feedback, and coordination. This part is about how civilization rise or decay through patterns of energy regulation. Every society, whether village, corporation, or nation, runs on the same logic as a living cell. It must regulate energy, reduce friction, and maintain internal coherence. But human groups do not regulate glucose or ATP. They regulate information, trust, and coordination. This is why two countries with identical resources can diverge massively in prosperity. Two organizations with equal funding can differ 1,000 times in effectiveness. Two cultures can feel radically different in speed or stability, even when their people have similar intelligence or talent. Material input does not explain these gaps. Thermodynamic structure does. Civilization rise or decay based on their ability to organize energy into coherent flow, and the currency enabling that organization is trust. Trust is equal low entropy coordination. In thermodynamic terms, trust is compression function. It reduces uncertainty, eliminates defensive energy, and concentrates collective attention. When trust is high, agreement requires fewer steps, feedback moves rapidly, corrections happens early, creative expands because cognitive load is low. When trust is low, every interaction becomes defensive. Every project requires surveillance and redundancy. Communication slows, error correction collapses. A society with high trust behaves like a superfluid. Energy flows with minimal friction. A society with low trust behaves like a solidifying resin. Movement is costly. This explains why some countries with modest resources achieve high prosperity. They spend almost no internal energy on self-protection. Feedback. The nervous system of civilization. In biology, feedback keeps organism alive. Temperature, hunger, hormones levels, everything is continuously monitored. Societies also have feedback loops. Journalism, social criticism, transparent bureaucracy, scientific integrity, rule of law, public discourse, whistleblower, civic participation. When feedback loops work, errors remain local. When they fail, error become systemic and trigger collapse. Feedback failure is one of the major forms of civilizational entropy. A society can be wealthy, educated, and technologically advanced, but if it is suppressing feedback, punishes criticism, hides data, rewards flattery, or confuses obedience with competence. Entropy accelerates in silence. Feedback is painful in the moment, but thermodynamically cheap. It prevents catastrophic correction later. Rigidity versus chaos. The two failure modes of social thermodynamic. Healthy societies maintain a dynamic middle zone between rigidity and chaos. Rigidity over organization. Energy moves too slowly. Rules become thick, inflexible, and divorced from reality. Everyone follows forms instead of outcome. Creativity collapses, self-correction disappears. Rigid systems are cold, like frozen water. Chaos, under organization. Energy disperses uncontrollably. There is motion but no direction. Coordination breaks. Incentives fragments. Institutions fall apart. Chaotic systems are overheated, like boiling water. High trust adaptive organization. The healthy zone is a liquid state, structured but flexible, coherent but adaptive. This middle band produces high innovation, stable governance, healthy market function, and resilient cultural identity. This is the thermodynamic sweet spot where history's most generative civilizations briefly exist. The physics of cooperation. Cooperation is not moral, it is thermodynamic. A group that coordinates efficiently outcompetes a group that cannot, even if both have identical talent. Cooperation reduces the metabolic cost of action, it lowers uncertainty, it multiplies the effectiveness of each unit of energy. This is why trust producing institutions, school, court, community rituals, shared norms are not cultural decoration, they are energy infrastructure. Where cooperation is cheap, prosperity emerges naturally. Where cooperation is expensive, only suffering can maintain order, and even that fails over time. Why some cultures stagnate or collapse. Research shows two broad patterns of failure. Rigidity dominant society, stagnation. High hierarchy, strict compliance, suppressed criticism. Order is maintained at the cost of creativity. Entropy slowly increases because feedback disappears. Chaos dominant society, collapse. Weak institution, inconsistent norms, unpredictable enforcement, energy leaks everywhere because coordination is unstable. Both are forms of thermodynamic decay. Rigid cultures burn out slowly. Chaotic cultures burn out violently. The society that thrive in the long run maintain trust, transparent feedback, flexible structure, and an emotional grounded cooperation. These are not moral issues, these are state of matter issues. Coordination as civilizational real currency. GDP measures output, but coordination determines the efficiency of production that output. Two nations can have equal human talent, but vastly different future depending on institutional trust, predictability of rules, emotional stability of citizens, honesty of information flows, the rhythm of public life. This determines whether energy is organized or wasted. Civilization is essentially a collective nervous system. It thrives when information flows accurately, trust allows fast cooperation, and feedback correct error early. Civilizational success is not about hard work, it is about thermodynamic elegance. The real reason some societies feel fast and others slow. People often describe certain countries as efficient, chilled, or chaotic. These impressions are not thermodynamic signatures. Fast societies, high trust, fast feedback. Slow societies, rigid rules, high defensive energy. Chaotic societies, weak structure, energy scatter. Calm society, stable rhythm, low entropy. Emotion is not separate from physics. Emotion is the human scale experience of thermodynamic order or disorder. When society feels stressful, that stress is biological, of social entropy. In short, civilization rise when they channel energy through trust, coherence, structure, rapid feedback, flexible coordination. Civilizational decay when they lose this. The physics never changes, only forms do. Civilizations decay when they lose this.